do a fairly quick recording. I have been experimenting with the draw the arc and using mirror and circular array. Here is an arc that I drew, and basically all I do with this is just go Alt A, and I start working with the arc to try to figure out what can I actually do. So I'll just start out here and show you a little bit. All you got to do is pick a point, make it, go out somewhere, run the point, then go to another different point. I turn on end snap because I want this to all be snapped together. A point, and then a point, like this. Okay, so I just drew that, and if I really wanted this to be kind of precise, I could combine these. Then I would take and get my end anchors and turn on my grid snap, and I'm just going to snap this to this grid. I'm going to snap this into the grid, and it looks like that. After I get that all set, I'll select it, right click, mirror it. It'll tell me to click 2 points. I'll click this endpoint, I'll click that endpoint, and it makes this little thing like this. So that's how I started working, and from that I ended up with these patterns. I started out, I made one pattern, then I modified it to have a start here and an end there, and these I made into, look where they would work as a P2P, and I modified it again so that it would start over here, do the whole thing, it would go up to here and do the whole thing, and then it would end up down here at the end. So if I toggle some of this stuff as sewn and show you, see right there it says, okay, there's a start and end. Okay, so that's how I ended up doing that. Now I have one pattern. Oh, here's my corner. I made a border pattern. I made a corner pattern, and they work. I think they'll stitch out fairly well. So here's the border, flower border. Here's the flower corner. And one of the things about using these patterns, I'm going to toggle this one as sewn and toggle this one as unsewn. Then do something here with it. You see how I had to modify this a little bit. These points are a little bit longer than the other ones. I had to do that so that I could make it fit in the inside the way I wanted it to, so that they would all come out even over here. Now here's a little trick to make this work in the other corner, to the right, upper right. So you just select it, rubber stamp it, move it over, flip it horizontally, reverse the start and end. Now you have your upper right corner, and it will work as an upper right corner. Then you would need to do this one, you could just rubber stamp. If I can get to copy. Okay, I want to change my anchors. I wish those anchors would not switch. I'll move this out of the way and zoom in here a little bit. Now I think I can just flip this vertically maybe. Yeah. So I could just flip that one vertically. Then you'd have to change your start and end however you needed it. This one, you can rubber stamp it, move it, flip it vertically, and now you have your lower right. So here you have your lower right, upper left, lower left. So you have all four of your corners. That's all you have to do is manipulate it. Now I'll show you some tricks on how I worked on some of this. I simply started out with this pattern right here, and I'm going to go ahead and snap that to a grid. Get my end anchors. Okay. I mirrored it, used mirror. I'm going to turn on end snap. Snap it to there, snap it to there. There's my mirror. Okay. Now, here's what I want to do next. I want to select both of these, but I'm not going to combine them. Hopefully this is going to work. Then I go right click, tell it I want to circular array. And I think what I want is, I want a total of 6. And I'll do this. Okay. And then I'll place the array. I'll go here. See, I have the end snap on and it snaps to it. There we go. There is my pattern. Okay. So, and I don't know how this will stitch, but we will do a virtual stitch out. Don't know what the order is. We'll see what it does. Okay. It doesn't like that. Now I'll tell you why. Get out of this. I will take, I'm going to Control Z and get out of all of this. Here is what I need to do. I need to select this one, and I need to change the start and end. Reverse the start and end. Okay. So now, if I do a virtual, it should go up and back. Okay, that's what I want. I'll select both of these, right click, circular array, the same thing again, place the array, there it is. If I do a virtual, it should stitch out. And we'll see how well it does. See, it's just going to go right on around. Okay, I could select this and export it to CSQ as a block pattern. I'll just call it flower block 1. And it's going to go into my patterns. I'll save it. Okay. Then I went one step further in this. Now I didn't combine these, and I didn't combine them for a reason. I want to make this into a P2P pattern. So everything's selected. Okay, okay, now it combined all of these other patterns like this. Okay, I was hoping it would not do that, but it did. So I might as well, no, I don't want to combine those. So what I did was I divided this pattern. Okay, I got my nodes, I divided it here, and just pressed the D key. I divided it there, I divided it there. I want this one, I want to divide this one. Okay. Now let me go in and take a look at what I have. See, I have this going up here. But what I actually had to do with this, I had to divide all of these. I had to divide this one and this one because I wanted to put an extra one of these. I'll just select this one. I'll rubber stamp it. Escape over here. I will, see, I have it rubber stamped. So I can move this out of the way for now. Then I went into this one and I rubber stamped it. And I'll move it out of the way. So what I have to do is go into the center of all of this and get my nodes. Okay, I have to divide things. I have to divide this one up here. Okay, this one's already divided. If I can select it, I'm gonna move. Okay, I'll probably have to go up here and divide this because I want to be able to move just this one right here. Move it. And what I want here is I want this one. Okay. I'm going to move, get it. And move it. And what I want to do is I want to in-snap it to the one here that I divided out. I want to in-snap it to that right there. So I'll turn on my key, in my in-snap. So this is what this is going to do is going to go here, here, here. And then when it goes here, I want it to go around that way. And it may be set to do that. So when it comes back on this one, I want it to go to this one. So those two I want to be connected, and they are connected. Okay? Now, when this comes around here and comes back to there, it should be connected to the one that goes around that way. So, I continue to take nodes and divide. Okay, these have to be divided on the end. Okay, this one. So I keep doing this. See, it's a little bit of a pain to do a pattern like this. So if I want to see how this is going to work, I can go ahead and do a stitch out to see where it's going to go to. And I had to do this several times to get it to do the way I wanted it to. Okay, it's going to do that. Now, this one right here, this one is the one that I want to work on. That one. Okay, see if it's divided. Now, let's see if I can move this. I'll move it just a little bit like this. Okay. And this one right here. Okay, make sure it's divided. I'm going to move it out right there. Then I'm going to take this, get this one, get my, I'm going to go ahead and do my end anchors, because see, it works a whole lot better if I use end anchors. I want to put it to right there. Okay. Then this one, I want to go down there. Actually, I'm going to turn that end snap off, and I'm going to up it just a little bit. Then, see this one, I want connected to this piece right there. I want that connected to right there. I want this to come down here. Not going to connect it yet. Okay. I will select this. If I can. Okay, I'll probably have to go and use my less than, greater than. There we go. That right there is what I want. And I'll just go ahead and change it to end anchors. I'm going to right click, I'm going to order join, and hopefully this is going to stitch out. Before I connect these, I will check to see if it stitches correctly. It should do that, this one, then this one. Go here. Okay, it's going around, and when it gets around and comes back on this one, it should go right over there. Okay, stitching out perfectly. All I need to do now is select that, bring it down to here, turn on the end snap really, and get this one, bring it over there. There you go. Now, this is, in fact, a P to P pattern. And I'll show you. I'm going to export it to CSQ. Now, first I'm going to do something here. I am going to move this. I want to measure from there to there. Okay, 5.79. I will take my grid size, 5.79. Then get my end anchors. First I'm gonna move it some. Come on. Now I get my end anchors. Get my grid snap. Okay, now I know it will work as a P2P because the start and the end are on the same horizontal line. If I combine these, you will not see this next in here, start and end. So if I export this to CSQ, and I will just call it flower test, save it in my, here's a copy of it right there. If I select this, if I go to P2P, if I do not get an error, I know that it is a valid P2P. I have my grid snap on, and I could use the machine head, but I'm just going to use Alt-P. Alt-P. And I have my grid snap on. Here we go. So it's a valid P2P pattern. Then from all of this, I made the corner pattern from one of these. So hope that helps.